Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad Fikri bin Rosli and my registration number is 01DTK 19F1016. For today, me and my partner will be presenting the assignment that has been given by our lecturer. That is Puan Shafawati Dohafiza binti Adnan Adil. So the product that we chose, that is multimeter. So we're presenting about a multimeter. So there is certain people that use this device. For example, an electrical student such as me at Polytechnic Unkoma, a technician, an engineer. Or you can say people that use multimeter, people that often working with an electrical. So next I will presenting about the features of the multimeter. First of all, it lightweight. As you can see, I can hold it with one hand. I don't need two hands because it's not heavy at all. And then next thing, the shapes. The shapes is a rectangular shapes. As you can see, because I have a big hand, it fits perfectly in my palm, so it's very convenient for me. Next, multimeter have three types. That is analog multimeter, a clamp multimeter, and electronic multimeter. So for today, I will using this analog multimeter. So every multimeter came with a backup battery. So in this analog multimeter, the backup battery is in the body. So if you want to use the backup battery, or you have a problem in case you want to use it, you have to unscrew this screw here and separate it from the body, and you can see the battery is in the middle. So next I will tell you about the characteristic. First of all, multimeter is a portable. Since it came with the battery, so you don't need to use any cable or USB cable to plug it somewhere to use it. You just uh, turn this around and then you can use it like that, and you can easy to use. uh, what I mean by that, when you buy this type of multimeter, it came with these pins. So the first thing you need to do to use it, you need to plug the pin into the multimeter like this, and put this into the electrical or circuit you want to measure. Okay, next, this multimeter doesn't need any help for another person. You can use it on your own. You don't need help from others. So the next I will tell you about the functions. So as you can see here, you can see in the slide too, there in multimeter can measure three things. That is resistance, current, and voltage. So if you want to measure resistance, you can just turn it to this part right here. Then you can measure the resistance. Next, if you want to measure the current, you have to turn it to this part. Then you can use it. And then if you want to measure your voltage, you use this part, just like that. Easy to use. Okay, next, my partner will continue this presentation. Thank you for listening from me.
My name is Muhammad Iqbalizal Berrafi. My metric number 01-DTK19F1005. I'm going to talk about the strength of multimeter. The first strength is multimeter can serve overload current over amount. This is because multimeter can easily detect if any overload current over amount. The second strength is multimeter created with high quality plastic material, so it cannot be broken easily. It is because the plastic is so strong. So we can use multimeter for a long time, even we use multimeter frequently. The last strength is the multimeter can adjust strength to measure DC, AC or ohm. So we can use any type of measure we want. If we want to measure DC current, just adjust strength to current. And if we want to choose ohm, just adjust the strength to ohm. That's it for the strength of the multimeter. And now I will continue to the weakness of multimeter. The first weakness of the multimeter is multimeter have a thick body, so it look not nice because the body shape of multimeter is so tight. And then we cannot bring multimeter everywhere because it's so big, especially when we want to put in our pocket. The second weakness of multimeter is multimeter have limited battery lifetime, so we cannot use multimeter for a long period. It only can be used a 1 year, among 1 year, depend on how much you use multimeter frequently. So we need to buy a new battery when battery will out of power. So it's so expensive, right? The third weakness of the multimeter is inaccurate measurement. It is because sometimes when we using the multimeter, we cannot get accurate calculation or measurement. The last weakness of the multimeter is multimeter will be easily exploited, especially when we using multimeter to measure a current. That's it for the weaknesses of multimeter. Next, I'm going to talk about solution to solve the weaknesses of the multimeter. The first solution to weaknesses of the multimeter is we need to redesign the body of the multimeter to the thin size so that we can bring multimeter everywhere and can put in our pocket easily and comfortable. The second solution is using rechargeable battery. We need to change this multimeter to the rechargeable battery. It is because when we use rechargeable battery, we can use multimeter for a long time and frequently. And then we no need to charge and then we no need to buy a new battery because we can just charge the battery when battery out of power. The third solution to weaknesses is learn how to use multimeter properly. For example, you can just ask your friend or lecturer to teach you how to using multimeter properly, so you can get more knowledge about using the multimeter. The last solution to weaknesses is use proper range when doing a project. So we need to be more careful when using the multimeter, especially when we using the multimeter to measure a current, so we can avoid the multimeter from the exploit. In conclusion, multimeter is so important to all people like student, engineering, technician, and other. But I need to upgrade this multimeter to a good one so that I can attract many people to buy this product. Okay, that's it for our presentation. I hope you guys enjoy it and thank you. Bye.